Here is something incredibly shocking, something I haven't been able to do for a very long time, but I'm about to give you some amazingly good news. This past Saturday, over in Texas, there were elections, and one of them in the county of Mansfield was a school board election. And 3 members of that school board in the Mansfield Independent School District, 3 of them were up for re-election, including the president of the school board and the secretary, so the top 2 people. And all of the incumbents were, of course, conservatives. And all 3 of those conservatives in that Texas district were voted out on Saturday. All of them. By pretty significant margins. So you have an area of the country, this county in Texas, that had previously said, we want conservatives in control of our school board. We want the book bans, right? Because Texas is almost leading the country in book bans. This is what we want. Parental rights in the schools. Let's put the conservatives on the school board and they'll fix everything, right? Well, the people in this district woke up and they realized that no, this is actually not good. We don't like this. Our district is suffering. The children are suffering in school. The teachers are suffering. Enough is enough. And they voted out the conservatives and replaced them with liberals. In deep red Texas, folks. That may be the best news that I have reported on anything, hell, in a year. Because here is what this means. This means that even in areas like deep red Texas, you're having enough people come to the realization that conservatives have been feeding us lies for decades. Lies about, oh, you need to worry about this, but don't worry about this over here. You know, don't worry about the tariffs. Don't worry about the economy. Don't worry about us giving everything to the rich. Don't worry about us giving your tax dollars, Texas taxpayers, so that families can go and send their kids to expensive private schools, and we're starving public schools of money to do that. Actually, on the day of the election, Greg Abbott signed legislation, or the Texas Senate passed legislation to go ahead and do that to the tune of $1 billion taken away from Texas public schools into Texas for-profit schools. And the voters in that district said, we've had enough. We don't like this Republican rule. We don't like what they're doing. We're done. Now, here's where things get interesting. The turnout for Saturday's election in Mansfield County was 7.99%. So, I don't need to tell you, that's low, okay? That's very low. 63,000 votes cast, and that's only 8% of the population. But here is what that very low number tells us, and this is a positive. It tells us, number one, that the people who did go out there to vote, the people who were angry enough, the people who were engaged enough, wanted liberal rule. So that is a positive. They sent the country a message with their votes. But you know who sent an equally as strong message? The conservatives who didn't show up. That, to me, is almost the bigger story. The fact that the conservatives just said, you know what? I'm not even going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And keep in mind, let me remind you, this election was on a Saturday. Okay, it's not like it was in the middle of the work week where most people are working. This was a Saturday. Okay, you had time. You could have gone, and they chose not to. They sat out. That is also sending a message to Republicans across the country that, sure, we're not going to go and vote for Democrats, but we're sure as hell not going to show up for you either. Every person in this country needs to be aware of these election results here, because this is super positive for the liberals, super bad for the conservatives, and I do believe that this is an omen of what is coming. This is foreshadowing a potential Republican wipeout in next year's midterms. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.